Welcome back, eSIM Studios. My name is Taylor Bell. This is the eSIM Studios podcast, episode number 49, coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. It is March 16th, 2024. Nice Saturday afternoon. Allergies are kicking in. I know y'all are probably tired of hearing it, and I am too. My God. We're streaming live on Instagram. I think we got like 40 people. I got a big following on Instagram, but they're not used to me going live, so I think they're just now catching on. I'm gonna, from here moving forward, I also need to stream on Twitter. You know what? Give me a second. Let me see if I can add it in here. Can I stream on Twitter? I think I can. I think my account got deleted. Hang on, let me check. Let's check. They suspended my account. I have no idea why. Check this out. We're gonna get into the TikTok thing, right? So let's do this. Here's my other account. All right, now let's go to find. That's me. Yeah, they deleted my shit. Well, we will have to make a new one. Let's see. I'll put this in there, and then I'll move this over here to myself. Can't move it or what? Damn it, those bastards got me. Let's see. Let's see what this one is. There we go. Look at that. Handsome looking young man. I'll just do it. Just like that. Boom. Let's do this. There we go. Looky there. How about that? Sorry for the playback. I'll cut this out and then upload this to the podcast outlet, so this won't be replayed on the podcast. I'm kind of doing this on the fly. I am designing a new website, by the way. Getting my feet wet with WordPress. They just suspended my shit. Yo, y'all saw that? You're banned. Oh my god, these fucking people. Yo, what did I do? So am I still banned? Can I tweet anything? Damn it, man. These assholes. Oh boy. Yeah, well, screw you. Alright, never mind. We will move on. Not that important. Hey Flora, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Not yet, but it looks like they are about to get close. They banned me though, from Twitter. If you were just watching, that's 2 accounts. Somehow, I think they got my IP address here at our home studio. Now look, I've had two Instagram accounts banned. I've had Cash App banned. That's why I can't Cash App you or other fellow YouTubers. I always got to send Super Chat because it's connected to my debit card. I've had, that's my 2nd or 3rd Twitter account that's been banned, and it literally got banned. Look, I have no idea. I'm not doing anything funny. It's just I have a ton of emails. And I think they're catching on, and I use multiple accounts all the time. I have, at one point I had 5 or 6 accounts at one time, but that's because I have an online business. I have one for my business, an LLC, an official business. I got my personal accounts, and then I have an account for each YouTube channel. I have 4 YouTube channels. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I was going to get into it. I've been trying to do some, I had been meaning to look into this for a while, but have not necessarily done a ton of research, right? I was watching and listening this morning to some House committee meetings of whatever you want to call them. Kind of interesting, right? So there's no clear. And are you on TikTok? I have an account. I haven't used it in a while. I don't know. I do. I have. So check this out. This is my. I share a YouTube channel with a buddy of mine, a professional broadcaster in sports radio. Here's another good channel that I run. This one right here. That's mine too. So this one keeps This one keeps me busy too. So I host it. I host one part, and then my broadcasting partner hosts his shows on there. So, and then I have a couple others that I don't really pay that much attention to, but I try to. Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff going on, but okay. TikTok. There's a lot of stuff going on with this. And you can look at this from a bunch of different angles, right? But before we jump into anything, let me take this off of here. Let's look into who owns TikTok, right? So why is the government trying to ban TikTok? And that question can actually be questioned as well, because are they trying to ban it, or Are they trying to force a sale? Because depending on where you get your news from, you can get varying angles, right? Let's see. So I did a quick screenshot. Look, let's look at who owns this. This is from a Fox. I don't necessarily watch Fox, but it was just one of the videos that I clicked on. So look at this. It's got, on the left, you have ownership of TikTok. And on the right, you have the, I guess, the challenges that comes with TikTok, right? So on the left side, it's interesting because you always hear ByteDance. Yeah, I was unaware that they only own 20% of TikTok, or the company's founders, ByteDance. A large majority, 60%, if you look at the very top left of the chart, 60% of TikTok is actually owned by a handful of investors, right? You actually have BlackRock, who's a large investor in TikTok. If you're not familiar with BlackRock, they're probably one of the largest investment funds in the world. I think they hold over $1 trillion in investments. They are in every freaking business all over the world, right? Not just in America, but I had no idea they were invested in it. This is kind of eye-opening because before I saw this, I thought ByteDance owned, the way the media and the government is talking, you would think ByteDance, who owns, or quote-unquote owns TikTok, probably, a large majority of it. I was assuming like 80-something%, but they only own 20%. So BlackRock, and then there's General Atlantic, who is another large majority owner, and then SIG Investments. So basically 60% of TikTok ownership is divided among 3 investment groups. And then you have ByteDance with the founders of TikTok, which actually, if you go to download, TikTok, if you look at the developer and who owns it, ByteDance is still listed as the owner and developer, right? So it's interesting. And then 20% is owned by employees. So I'm assuming they give some stock. I guess they give some, stock incentives to employees, right? That work there. Now, I believe that they are. Where are they based? In San Francisco? We'll look into that. So that's the breakdown of the ownership group, and then the challenges possibly facing this ban of TikTok is you have the Chinese government interference. That is the buzzword, right? That's going around. Scale and impact. So how is this going to impact your life, right? And then business legal challenges. We will get into that very soon. We'll get into all 3 of these. We'll get into the government interference, scale, impact, and then business legal challenges. Yeah, I was surprised too. I just saw this probably 10-15 minutes ago, and I was like, what? So apparently I looked it up real quick before I hit live, and it's true. So very interesting. Okay, so why are they wanting to ban TikTok, right? What the hell is going on? Why can't I maneuver this? There we go. Okay. So the main narrative that you're going to hear is the Chinese interference, Chinese government. They are infringing on our data. They're stealing our data. A large portion of the users of well, I don't know. That may be a good stat to break down too and to search for. And it may not be available to the public, but break down the demographic, going down to male, female, age, race really doesn't matter. It's basically what I would like to know is it old or young, male or female? That's all that I care about basically. I don't know. Maybe we can find those, but the majority of the time you're going to hear in the media is the Chinese government trying to steal our data, the Chinese government, blah, 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 right? Does it really come down to that? Because I was watching an interview and there was some Republican representative, I can't remember from what state it was somewhere out east or south, maybe it was Georgia or Tennessee or something like that. Well, it's east of me. And he was basically using generalized scare tactics, stealing your data. They have all this info on you. They have, this and that. And I was like, I mean, do they? Now, I know, look, the influence that they can push on a phone, right? So here's another quick example. So I heard when I was doing a little research while I was working earlier today, listening to arguments from both sides, somebody said that in China, they have a TikTok in China. Now, it is a different name, but ByteDance, the quote-unquote owners of TikTok, use the same code. Basically, it's the same app. It just has a different name, but the name is even in the same graphics. It's basically the same app, but in China, they, instead of pushing all this funny stuff, all this people falling, people dancing, fight back, fight the government, this and that. In China, they empower and show positive things on their TikTok feeds, and over here it's like the opposite, right? I don't know how true that is. I don't have a Chinese contact I can get with, but it may or may not be true, right? Damn, I forgot what I was going with this, but info. Now, I used to advertise on TikTok with my online business. So the only real information, if you're not advertising, if you're not paying for ads, all they have on you is basically the information you gave them when you signed up, right? So it's the typical, your name, your email or phone number, right? And they'll have your, on your device, they will have your IP address, they will have your GPS location, and they will have, I don't think they will have control over your microphone or camera unless your phone is injected with some sort of malware. And at the moment, look, we dive into cybersecurity and stuff like that here on the channel, but I wouldn't be too concerned with that. It's not like they can just flip on, somebody in China can just flip on a switch and they can watch what you're doing from your camera. It doesn't work like that. They can't just flip on your microphone and listen in to what you're hearing. It just doesn't work like that. But they will know where you're located if they want to, right? And they'll have your name, your email, and your phone number, depending on what info you gave them when you signed up. So how harmful is that? In my honest opinion, not that harmful. Where you're located, but are they really trying to find where I'm located? I'm a nobody, right? I mean, honestly, like, I don't care. I give my access to all sorts of applications out there that know where I'm at. Now, it'd be one thing if you put your social security number, right? Had to upload a birth certificate or your ID. That's a whole nother story. But there's nothing, right? So plenty of companies have my name, my information, my address, whatever. I don't care about that. So is it that dangerous? But again, I did put in, well, actually that debit card I put in to pay for our advertising on there, I lost it, and so I canceled the card. So they can't, that's not an issue to me. So them saying they're stealing personal data, I mean, technically, could they? Yes, but so is every other tech company. Google and Apple right now probably have more info on you than TikTok does, right? Just from your use of Chrome and your use of your Android device or iPhone. That's just a fact. So is it that harmful? I don't think so. Now, here's one thing I think that's more dangerous is influence. And we talked about that. Their app in China is basically portraying positive things, right? So influence. If they constantly, let's just say an individual, let's say a teenager, a girl, like a 12 or 13-year-old girl. Let's say they continually push videos in the algorithm to this young person's cell phone. They continually see fight the government, F Joe Biden or F Donald Trump all the time. They keep on showing her negative things that the government does. They keep on showing the innocent people. One of the reasons I don't use TikTok is because it is very good. I would find myself let me watch a video or two. And then before you know it, 30 minutes, an hour passes by, right? They're very good at finding out what you like and pushing you that stuff. But every now and then they'll slip in something with a certain, not necessarily me, but I'm saying, for example, what if they slip in something with a certain rhetoric? And then they do it a little more the next week, and then a little more the next week. That has a lot of influence on a young person that hasn't necessarily had the experiences like myself has had, right, as a grown man, or Flora, right, our viewer, right, grown adults. It's very so that's probably more harmful. Swaying people's opinions and having influence is probably more harmful than it is having your name, your email address, and your location. So what are they talking about, right? So what do they mean? It's dangerous. They have our info. That's what I'm saying. When you really start to look at it, it's interesting. I mean, and quite honestly, these other apps, I'm going to say it again, Google, Apple, they have way more information on you as an individual than TikTok does. So why are they trying to ban this? I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, and I haven't really sat and thought about it, it doesn't make that much sense. Now, I've heard a couple other views and angles. It kind of got me thinking, why are they trying to ban TikTok? So, and it got passed in the House of Representatives by a huge majority. I mean, it was like 70% they passed the bill. Bipartisan. You rarely see that, especially nowadays. Democrats and Republicans, large majority, huge majority, passing this on to the Senate. Now, Joe Biden has said that any TikTok ban bill that got put on his desk, he would sign. So we know if the Senate passes it, it's going to get banned, right? Trump has said, so here this time next year, it's either going to be Trump or Biden, right? Depending on how, now they've said it's going to take a long time to go through the Senate. So Biden said he would he would sign it, which would ban it if it went through the Senate, and then Biden gets it, signs it, banned. Trump said he is for banning it. However, but then he stated, well, if we ban it, that's just going to give Facebook more power, more influence. And Trump is infamously in a beef with everybody, seemingly, but Zuckerberg, right, who owns Meta and Facebook. So he might or might not, right? But the Senate has said that there's a few senators that said that they're going to take a while. This is going to take a while. It went right through the House of Republicans. Now, why is it going to take a while? Why if a huge majority of the House of Representatives passed, why would it just all of a sudden stall at the Senate, right? If they knew Biden was going to sign it and get it passed and banned, boom, and everybody was for it, it would have been banned right now. So why is the Senate going to stall on this? Yeah, way more than I do. I look into, I'm a tech nerd, and I was surprised at all the info that they had on myself, and I guarantee you it's just a fraction of what they really have. Yeah, I know, right? Honestly, it's really, it's an eye-opener. It's shocking. It's sad. It's and here's what I think is the real issue. Give me 1 second. Let me clear my throat. The pollen down here is bad. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So here's the real reason why I think this is occurring, basically, and why you're hearing a lot of the same rhetoric across the media when it comes to TikTok. So United States government, and again, like Flora said, it's rare that both Republicans and Democrats are so strongly together on anything, right? So why this? I think it comes down to money. So the U.S. government is saying we don't want a Chinese-owned company having so much, not necessarily influence. They're trying to hit you with the privacy thing, and like I've said, Google and Apple, which we use every day, have way more info on us. So why aren't they saying that to them, right? So they're basically saying we don't want a Chinese-owned company having all this info on our citizens. Well, as we saw, the Chinese company only owns 20%. In fact, a large majority of the company is owned by United States interest groups. So that shocked me. But look at this. Look at what I pulled up. So they're saying we want you to sell your part, your ownership part, and we'll let you back in, and we'll let you back in, or we won't ban you, basically. And it's kind of eyebrow raising, because why is it stalling? So why it passed right through the House of Representatives. Why is it stalling at the Senate when Joe Biden said he would sign it and get it banned? Is it to allow some time to pass for negotiations for a sell-off? Because with these big, 20% of a, what are they valued at? Let's see. TikTok evaluation. So TikTok last year generated, damn it, that's the number I wanted was on the last one. So last year, TikTok generated an estimated $14.3 billion in revenue, a 52% increase year on year. In the tech world, that's huge. And there's no slowing down. I mean, it's still, who knows? It's definitely going to make what percentage of increase for the year of 2024, I mean, compared to last year, we don't know, but its popularity is, continues to grow. When you broker or when you make a $1 billion, because look, it generated an estimated $14.3 billion in 2023. That doesn't mean the company is worth $14.3 billion. It's probably worth more. Well, it is worth more. But again, when you negotiate $1 billion deals, those don't get done overnight or even in a week. A lot of times they take months. So it's interesting that it's stalling all of a sudden in the Senate. So again, why is it stalling in the Senate? Is it because they're waiting to cut a deal? Are they negotiating with ByteDance, I guess the Chinese company that still hanging on to 20% of the company? I think that's what's going on. That's exactly what they're doing. They are flexing their muscles. They are basically, it's a shakedown. They're saying you have to sell us, because let's go back to my first Chrome tab. Check this out. So all of these, look at this. All of these politicians are coming out and saying, I'm going to get in. I'm going to get in on this deal. If we look at this, Steve Mnuchin said he wants to buy TikTok after House passes bill to force ByteDance sale. Look at this. Former Treasury Secretary Mnuchin is putting together an investor group. I guess he wasn't a politician, but a former Treasury secretary is in the government, right? So I think that's what it is. I think this is a shakedown. It's pure and simple. The media is not going to tell you that. The news outlets not going to tell you that. It's a pure shakedown. Because I literally just started, because you hear about it, and of course I hear about it because I cover tech and tech news and stuff, and I didn't really look into it. And then starting to look into it this morning, because I was like, I don't know what the hell I was going to talk about today. Sometimes I just sit down and hit live and talk about stuff. A lot of the times I'll have stuff together, right? But I didn't know what I was going to talk about today, and I was like, you know what? Let me see what's up with this TikTok thing. Start looking into it, start listening to some stuff while I get some work done. And I think this is a pure shakedown. At least everything points to that. And then when you look in to see, because I assumed the ByteDance owned a large majority of the company, and it's only 20%, but still. And they're using the privacy thing angle to get the sale done. They're using scare tactics to win the public over, to be on their side, and they're strong arming a company to force a sale. Now, another interesting thing is the representative for TikTok. So there's I don't know if he's the CFO. Let's see. Let me go back to news. So there was a hearing. Was it yesterday? There was a hearing where one of the employees, a high-ranking employee, was on the board of TikTok. sat in front of a some kind of committee, and shame on me, I should have looked into this more, but the person, the news anchor, said that TikTok is now starting to invest a lot of money in lobbyists just in the last month to try to get this not to happen. Let me see if I can find it. I'm kind of loosely describing what happened, but I'm sure I'm skipping over a couple things. Let's see. Is it this guy? Looks like him. Oh, hell no. It was a Chinese guy. Anyways, very articulate, very buttoned up, guy. Again, I apologize. I should have looked more into this section, but anyways, ByteDance, a high-ranking member on ByteDance, the company, their board, he came to sit in front of, and basically they grilled him for a few hours the other day. And you know what I forgot to look up is their relationship with, damn it, what was it, Cisco? Is that how you spell it? Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm thinking of the thong song. I mean, I'm not thinking of it. I think I spelled it that way. The thong song, Cisco. Okay. So they got, I'm not going to be able to find it. I'll have to do it later. I'm going to waste too much time. I mean, it really wasn't that important to the story, but just a little side note. So anyways, what was I going to do else? Let's see. Again, when you piece together everything, it sure looks to me like it's a shakedown, which I don't know. Look, choosing my words carefully because I know we're not supposed to be friends with China. It's this guy right here. This guy. What's his? Oh shit! Y'all are on the same tab. It's this guy right here. So they grilled his ass. It's a paywall. Damn it. What was he? Oh, that's a CEO. Oh, wow. I thought he was like the CFO or CTO or something. Xiao Zi Chu. Can't even copy and paste that. Can't even highlight that. So anyways, that's who came and sat down in front the CEO. It was basically, look, they grilled his ass. A lot of this stuff, and just for show. I already knew and I was listening to some of it. I already knew the answers he was going to give before he could even open his mouth, because these questions, and a lot of the time, it's a group of 5, 6, 7 senators on a table that are sitting in front of you and more elevated than you, so they're like pointing a finger at you, and I don't know. There's a lot that goes into this, but they're not, what I'm trying to get at is they're not worse than any other application on your phone. That's what it comes down to. And the government singling them out because they see an opportunity to make a shitload of money. And that's all they're doing. That's simply all they're doing. I could be wrong, but I look at this stuff every day. So it looks like a shakedown to me. And is it fair? I don't believe so. But it is what it is. I don't know. But excuse me. They must want to keep that. Hey, that 20%, it's already super valuable, worth billions. They look to profit a lot more here in the next year, seemingly for years to come. The more revenue comes in, the greater that 20% becomes way more valuable. Because look, what did they bring in? Just over 14 billion last year. What if they bring in over 20 billion this year in revenue, and then they bring in 27 billion in revenue in 2025? You know, that's billions and billions of dollars. Now China, what can they do? So what's the real risk, right? So what's the real risk of using TikTok? Unless if you don't put in your debit card or credit card information, well, look, the less information you can put online, the better, period. But at the moment, as we stand, I don't believe TikTok is any worse than any other app. Can China, the government, force TikTok to again flip some switch to monitor us more than what they're doing right now? I don't believe so. Again, is it possible to tap into somebody's phone and turn a camera on or turn their microphone on? It is. However, it is probably you have a greater chance of being hit by lightning, no lie, probably 10 times in your lifetime. And just think of what small chances you have being hit by lightning once. So how that works, and TikTok has nothing to do with it. Anyways, it's too long of a story to get into. I did a hour-long video on that. That's how they hacked into Jeff Bezos's phone. Remember when I think he was going through a divorce with his wife. It's called the Pegasus malware. Now they send it to your phone. It's called a zero-click attack. They have to have your phone number. They send you a text message, your phone gets infected. The generation before that was called a one-click attack, where they could send you a text message, and then it's and you click on the link, boom, they got you. Now they've gotten so sophisticated, they just have to send you a text, and it will infect your phone. But that has nothing to do with TikTok. That malware is not widely available, and from what I hear, that malware is highly sought after, right? As you could imagine, because they can get into your phone. They have freedom of your phone. They can turn on your camera. They can turn on your microphone, right? They have full access to your banking apps, to your cryptocurrencies, to your email, everything. Now, that hacking company is out of Israel, I believe. And they claim that it's only for the bad guys. But you know what happens when the bad guys get their hands on that technology. But look, they have to physically, they can't do it in like a mass. They can't spread this malware into a mass expansion. You have to manually input your number and then send it to you. Now, it's over a computer, yes, but what I know, if my device was infected? That is a very good question, because I sometimes, not that I wonder, is my device infected? It's gotten so good now. I don't know if you could, I don't know if I could. And the reason why I don't worry about it is because because the only other way, the way malware attacks your phone right now is you basically have to be a target. They don't infect random people like you and I. They inject their malware into politicians' phones, and they inject their malware. There's a new one, the Chameleon malware. They injected into CEO positions, people of power, people of influence. Who did I hear? There was some super rich. Ross Perot Jr. He changed it. Random name. He changes billionaire. He changes phones. What did he say? It's like once a month. And phone number. Because remember, you can change your phone and you're still going to have the same phone number. Remember, because it's injected through your phone number. Well, you got to change your phone and your phone number. Think of what a hassle that would be. And you can't bank on your phone. And you can't have any crypto or anything like that, because if they do get into your phone, it'll be injected, or it'll be extracted. So no, I don't worry about it, because what are they going to do with me? Nothing. I mean, I'm of no importance to those groups that are putting out the that stuff. So look now. What you're more susceptible to, or me or you are susceptible to, are these these low life people that try to, the phishing attacks. I just got a text message the other day. It was a clear, I don't know which phone it's on because I have so many phones. It was just the other day. It was a clear phishing attack. I can't remember what it said, but look, if something, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to get into your Gmail account, and they're trying to look for money. So if somebody asks, hey, can you send me this code real quick? If you get a code, can you send it to me? No. Email. Just be careful with the emails, and be careful with the weird text messages. But the big time hacks, and those, look, the low level hacks that are trying to get access to your Gmail, they cannot access your camera on your phone or the audio, the microphone. They're just simply trying to get into your email address and trying to get into your banking apps and stuff. But they have no control over your cameras and your microphones. That's left up to the big time hackers. So what's going on, Deuce? You caught me right at the end, brother. Appreciate you joining us. But yeah, just something to think about. And we'll see. We will see. Look, China is trolling the United States by saying free speech, right? As TikTok row deepens. They got a point. And look, China, the TikTok knows what's going on. China knows what's going on. It's just the American public, the American citizens are just being kind of led down a different road as far as a narrative that's going on here. The higher ups know what's going on. This is a shakedown. to the highest level of government and politics in business, right? So that's all it is. I wouldn't be overly worried or uninstall it. I think I still have it on one of my phones, but that's all it is. But we will see. We will see. They expected a lengthy stall in the Senate. So what does that mean? 2, 3, 4 weeks? I have no idea. As long as it takes, right, for them to negotiate a deal, which is messed up. But, really messed up. But it is what it is. So I am going to run. Thank you for joining me. I'll keep an eye on this for everybody. And if anything breaks, any news, any new developments, I'll certainly let everybody know. So, Flora, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I was surprised to see you. A pleasant surprise. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like your show too. In fact, I'm gonna put your channel. I'll link your channel into the description box here after this live is done in a second. So, please, everybody, go check out Flora's channel. And Deuce, appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for joining. And I may have to get with you, Deuce, because I know you got some good. You're good on these topics with the governments and all the behind stories. So yes, thank you. I'm trying to bring more interesting. I do a bunch of reviews and unboxings and all sorts of tech stuff, but I kind of want to try to get into some of these angles of because I think about this stuff all the time. I just never express my opinion, really. So who knows? May start to do some more opinion piece. What do you call them? What do they call them in? Not editorial. Yeah, is it editorial? In the old school newspapers and stuff. Opinion piece. Whatever. All right, y'all. I gotta get out of here. Appreciate you joining me, and as always, I'll be back tomorrow. So, peace.